Over the years, we have seen villains everywhere in video games, and have become intrigued whether if it is that they are helping the protagonist or are the big bad. There is no denying that these guys are awesome in their own right. So why not would it be a good idea that I make a video dedicating specifically to the video game villains and find out what makes a good villain. In this video, I am going to be breaking down what goes into making a good villain. So, let's get started. The number one key thing while having a good video game villain is what type of villain are they? Do they drag the story to make it more interesting, or are they just there to make use of the features they use? Because each villain can be a different type depending on which setting they're in. It's not too hard for us gamers to figure out that each villain is created with a purpose, and they somewhat need a good emphasis of what the villain will do in that specific type of game, whether it's focused on features or is a story-based game, and how to make the villain likable, and us gamers to hate the villain, so we have the chance as the hero to save the day. As I said in the second part of the video a few moments ago, the villain is created there with a purpose, and therefore there has to be a motive for them to want to go after the hero slash protagonist, as that is who the villain is after, and what is their ultimate goal in the end. The questions to ask while you're playing the game, or if you're making it, what do they want as their end goal? Do they want world domination? Do they want the world torn to pieces? Or do they plan to become ruler? Many questions have surfaced, and there's a lot to ask when you're playing a game or when you're making a game with a villain in it. What do they want in the end? What is their motive? What what makes it that they want it so bad that they have that goal in mind? In my mind, what I define as a good villain is number one, when I play a video game, is how bad they are. Two, and what level of evil are they considered in? Meaning that what do they do in terms of being evil to make them the level of evil they are? Number three, I consider their motive. What is the ultimate goal in mind when they have this goal in mind for the protagonist when they want to capture the protagonist or beat him? And number four, what is their ultimate goal after they beat the antagonist? That is what I consider what makes a good villain in my eyes. So what I define is those four things. That is what I consider a good video game villain that is made correctly.